So when astrologers are looking at different astrology charts, a lot of times we're looking at all these planetary placements and trying to understand which planetary placements hold a little bit more weight or influence in a chart. And there are a number of ways that we can go about doing that. Hi, my name is the Lady Ms. Vagina Jenkins, and I am a Black queer autistic astrologer. And today I'm going to share with you a couple of different ways that we can understand the influence or weight of planets in any given chart. So one type of influence is the chart ruler, and that is the planet that is at home in the sign of your very first house. So for example, if you are a Sagittarius rising, that means your chart ruler would be Jupiter. To give another example, say you're an Aries rising, then your chart ruler would be Mars, and we want to know where that is in the chart and where that is in the sky transiting your chart at any given time. The chart ruler definitely holds some influence. Another way that we can know a planet has a little bit more influence in a chart is understanding if it is at home, or if it's in exaltation, or if it's in detriment or fall in a sign that it doesn't like to be in. For example, a Mercury in Virgo or Gemini is going to hold a lot more influence or weight than a Mercury in Pisces. There's also the planet's accidental dignity. Is it in a house that it likes to be in? For example, Mars being in the first house or in the 10th house of career. Or a planet sitting in one of the angular houses, giving more influence and holding more weight. And another way that I want to really deep dive into in this video is understanding the concept of dispositor trees. It's a sort of hierarchical or organizational chart that shows all the planets in a chart and how they are weighted in a hierarchy and who they answer to in a chain. This is a dispositor tree I have created for this chart. How did I create that? Well, there are rules to a dispositor tree. The first line, the top of the hierarchy, goes to any planets that are in home, in rulership. So again, for example, Mars being in Aries, Mercury being in Virgo, Jupiter being in Pisces, that kind of thing. If you don't have any planets like that, then you move on to the next potential top of the line. Do you have any planets in mutual reception of each other? For example, in my chart, I have Aquarius's planetary ruler of Uranus sitting in Scorpio, and I have Scorpio's planetary ruler of Mars sitting in Aquarius. That's a mutual reception. And if you don't have any planets that are in rulership or in mutual reception of each other to put at the top of the line, then just start with the sun sign. So again, my chart starts the top of its hierarchy with the mutual reception. And then I want to see, okay, Uranus, that's typically associated with Aquarius. Do I have any other planets in Aquarius? Only the Mars placement. All right. Well, Mars, do I have any planets in either Aries or Scorpio? Well, I've only got the one placement in Scorpio. What about my Aries placement? I do have Venus in Aries and Chiron in Aries. All right, next line. Venus is associated with Libra and Taurus. What are my Libra and Taurus placements? Those are going to go on the next line. I've got Pluto in Libra and Jupiter in Taurus and North Node in Libra. Cool. And then I'm going to keep doing the chain based on the planet and what sign it's associated with until I get all of my placements covered and understand who is connected to whom and who reports where. And when you get to the end of the chain, where you've covered all of your planetary placements and understand that the buck stops here, that's your final dispositor. And then, yeah, because all of the planets answer to this final dispositor, we assume that it holds a lot of weight. So yeah, I hope that answers the question about how to create dispositor trees and what a final dispositor is, and helps you understand that there are so many ways to understand influence and connection of planets in any given chart. If you have any questions, definitely comment below. And if you need professional help about it, check out my website, vaginajenkins.com. Okay, bye!